Hey everybody, it's Lee. I hope everyone is doing okay today. I had a somewhat better day knowing that my relative is in good hands at the hospital. So today I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, and I'm going to show you how I make my snake juice. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will try to answer them. Okay, thanks. So, this is the start of our snake juice tutorial, and I make my snake juice in a glass container, and this is a 2-liter glass container. And you can, I don't know if the camera is catching it, but you might be able to see a little bit of salt residue. Whatever container you put your snake juice in, that's, of course you could always make it in a disposable container. But whatever container you put your snake juice in is going to end up with some salt residue. So I want to show you this first. To get that salt residue out, you need some vinegar. That's all you need to do, is pour a little vinegar in there. And I'm also going to do it in the container that I usually drink my snake juice out of. Pour some vinegar in there. And you can see, I don't know if you can see that, some of the salt residue from on the straw. So I'm going to go clean this off, and you can, put some water in here, let it set for a second, and then scrub it all out with some dish soap. And I'll get all that salt residue out. Okay, I'll see you in a few. Hi, I'm back. Right here, I'm going to put a picture of the snake juice recipe I use, and I will also have a copy of it in the description. So I use Himalayan pink salt, and that has a lot of minerals in it, so that's good. I use a teaspoon of this Himalayan pink salt, and that's per 2 liters of water. This is 2 liters here. I use baking soda, and I got some of this Bob's Red Mill. I think it's organic baking soda or whatever like that. Now, if you should use pink salt. That's pretty much everywhere. I've seen it at the dollar store, Dollar Tree. I can't vouch for the quality of it, but this you can get anywhere. If you can't afford or find Bob's Red Mill baking soda, you can use regular baking soda. And then use a teaspoon of that. And I use a teaspoon and a half of potassium. This is potassium chloride, I believe. Now, in some countries, it's difficult to find this, but you can generally find this in any large grocery store. In they'll have a little salt-free section next to the salt and seasonings. So I've got that for my potassium. And in here is not garlic, but in here is Epsom salt. And I use a half a teaspoon of Epsom salt, and that is just, Epsom salt is just magnesium sulfate, I believe. Now, it's important when you get your Epsom salt, look on the back of the Epsom salt and see if it says that you can use it as a laxative. If it says you can use it as a laxative, that means it can be used for human consumption. So, you don't want to get any Epsom salt that has anything like, lavender, menthol, anything like that. Just look on the back and make sure that it can be used as a laxative. And I just keep it in here because, you know, a big bag of Epsom salt is a pain to try to store. Now, as for water, I use this 2-liter will take up about just a little bit more or a little bit less than half of this. And I like using distilled water because distilled water to me provides a lot smoother taste to the snake juice. I've tried using spring water and tap water, and if that's what you have, that's what you use. But I find that it tastes best with distilled water. So I'm into preparation, and I like to make my snake juice packets in advance. So I usually put all the ingredients in one of these Ziploc bags. And then I do several, I think I've got 7 Ziploc bags here. So I make up about 7 Ziploc bags. So throughout the week, I don't have to worry about measuring out each time I want to make a container of snake juice. I just grab one of these bags and pour it in there, and then pour the water in there. So I'm just gonna show you how I make one of these bags. And the other thing you'll need is a set of measuring spoons. So I take 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'll put that in the bag. And 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then I'm gonna have 1½ teaspoons of potassium. So that's 1½ And then the Epsom salt is optional. That is not something you absolutely need to put in. Or the magnesium, rather, is optional. But I enjoy it. And you can also put in 1/2 teaspoon of boron. You say, well, Lee, where do I get boron? Boron is just borax, which is a laundry additive. But I do not like putting boron in my snake juice because to me, it makes it taste like soap and it makes me a little queasy. But you can experiment. So here it is. 1 packet of everything you need to make your snake juice. So if I'm going to make my snake juice, I just pour that right in here. Then I grab my distilled water and just pour it, fill it up. And you can, stir this up and shake it before you use it to try to, get the salt and different things all dissolved in there. And this is what I will be drinking during my snake juice fast. I just drink this whenever I'm thirsty, and it helps to keep my energy up throughout the fast and keep my electrolytes up. And if you don't want to be bothered with all this, Cole sells pre-made packets of snake juice on his website. If you just put in snake diet, it'll come up. And also, I think he sells them on Amazon also. So I'm going to finish making up these Ziploc bags of salt and baking soda, potassium and magnesium, and I'll come back to show you. Okay, see you in a few. Okay, so I finished making all of my bags of snake juice powder, I guess. And here they all are. I've got 7 bags, which should last me about a week, which is what I want to do as far as a snake juice fast. I want to do a 7-day fast. All right, so I'm going to put this stuff away and be back with a conclusion. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video for how to make snake juice. Like I said, I'm going to try to do a 7-day snake juice fast. So we're back on the weight loss track, which is quite exciting, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Have a great day tomorrow. Catch you later, and peace out.